So today we're gonna do a tier list, OP-04, because OP-04 is like in 3 weeks. So yeah, let's go right at it with Doflamingo, first leader. Doffy, gotta love him, one of the best leaders in my opinion from OP-01, 2 and 3. But yeah, in OP-04 it's not really all the best leaders, so it can definitely go to B. Then we have Kaido. Kaido. We can put it to B, I think, because Onigashima is searchable. At least I think it's in this set. Yeah, I think in this set they get the blue Who's Who. I think that's the one that can search it. But we can put it at low B for now. Then we have a Crocodile. Crocodile we can also put into B tier. Yellow-purple, really good combination, but still this card and the leader skill actually lack in my opinion. Then we have Fujitora, if that's his name, I forgot. But yeah, it's not a all too good leader. Sure, a lot of people were hyped for this leader because it's black and in green, so you can do some fun combos. I mean, is it black and green? I don't remember, but I think it's black and green. Yeah, it's definitely black and green. But yeah, a lot of people thought this was a good leader. You can do some resend stuff with the leader or just some shenanigans, but not all too good. I know a lot of people will try to break this leader and see if they can get a good deck with it. So yeah, we will see this card probably going up in the future if people are breaking it. Then we have Law. Without any question, Law is definitely still S+ tier. Then we have Odin. Odin can go to D. Yeah, it's only win con is basically play 8 cost and then protect it with 2 dons open because leader ability, and that's it. And you can just spam out some blockers or some stuff. Then we have Mono Croc. Not Mono Croc. We have blue-purple Crocodile. We can put it to C. King, F tier, not a lot to talk about. Then we have Whitebeard, definitely up there because I'm not Whitebeard main. Yeah, still really good against Rebecca, it's good against Sophie, it's good good against Zoro, against Law. And yeah, what else can you say? You just draw 2 every turn. Then we have Garp. So in my opinion, I think Garp will actually be good and decent to play because you have access to the Nami from OP-01. It can search the Straw Hat type cards, so you can search black 7 cost Gear 4 Luffy. You can search Jabble Jumble, and you can search King Kong Gun, all with Nami. So you can just boost up Luffy to 2100 power, and then just do the Jabble Jumble, and it can go unblockable. So I think that's a really good combination with this deck, and of course it can run 9 cost Whitebeard, and some black cards, like the blockers. Then we have Kinemon. Kinemon is... yeah, that's a good question. I will put Kinemon high C tier. Why? Because you can reduce the cost of your 1-0 characters, so you can still do some great stuff. Recently, Kinemon has been topping again in this format, and while it was almost best deck in OP-02, but still it topped some in this format, so a lot of people will not let this awesome alt art go to waste. Now we have Sanji. Sanji can just go to lowest of the D tier. The film Sanji is pretty good, but still it just lacks power. You can play the vanillas, and you can get 2 dons back or something. It seemed good on paper, but not. Then we have Ivankov. Ivankov can go to D. Ivankov was okay, but now it just outperforms our other blue decks. Magellan. Well, we all know Magellan will definitely go up in OP-05 or with Starter Deck 10. Starter Deck 10 is dropping in November, I think. So that's still OP-04 format. Let's put Magellan high up here. So yeah, use leader ability and use the kit, and your leader is a 7k, insane, or even 8. It's 9 with the Luffy. So the Magellan purple side will definitely be helped a lot by the Starter Deck 10s. Then we have Zeph. We can put Zeph in D tier. Then we have Smoker. Smoker can definitely go into B tier. So personally, I'm a huge fan of Smoker. I love this effect, played it in OP-02. Insane, but it will be outshadowed by Sakazuki in OP-05, but it's later. But yeah, you can just swing for 7 every turn, like Katakuri almost. good card, good leader, and you can just -1 and do some KO stuff with your other cards. Still decent, but Lucci is better, so let's put it at let's put it here. And sorry, talking is hard. Then we have Ace. Yeah, it depends, because in our format, the restrictions are for Whitebeard, 9 cost, Mark, or Radical Beam. So Ace loses a little bit of its defensive powers, or offensive. But still, I think Ace is really good. We have a lot of dedicated Ace players. Shout out to Carnage. He is never giving up on Ace. Then we have Kuro. Kuro will definitely go to C tier. It's okay, but yeah, to have the requirement to have 2 East Blues on the field to rest and then attack, it's kind of hard, especially with all the removal in this game. Then we have Arlong, Solly Arlong. You have a funny effect with triggers, but still bad. Nami, we can definitely put Nami high up. Nami won in OP-05 a tournament, or OP-04, one of the two. I think it was OP-04 then. But yeah, Nami will never get support because Nami was a mistake, and it shows. Nami's win con is just too hard for Bandai to keep up with. Iceberg, I'm sorry Iceberg fans. Lucci. Lucci is still one of the best black leaders in my opinion. Trash to restand, hit again. So you can do for 2 times 15 if you're lucky. And kit's only 2 times 12, mono kit. Then we have the black yellow Big Mom. It's not all too good. The cost for its effect, 4 dons, they need to be at 1 or 2 lives or less. Really hard to accomplish. Then we have Katakuri. Katakuri is still a really good leader because you can look at your life, your opponent's life, gain 1000, so you can hit for 7 every time, 8, 9 for 1 don less than required. And you can just stack your life and you know what you will draw. Or, I mean, get with life and what your opponent will get to hand, so you can calculate lethal if you give them a non-counter. Then we have Doffy. So I think, so I'm kind of torn about the purple green Doffy because you have the film package and you have the Animal Kingdom cards with also the Queen Thunder Bagua, so you can ramp up and draw cards, and you have Tereso, which you can draw 2, but it's -2. I don't know. I am really hyped for this Doffy leader. I think this Doffy leader will definitely be a good contester because of the 10 drop. You have the event, that's just counter event. So if you're gonna take a life anyway, because you have 2 dons in your opponent's turn always. So if you're gonna take a life either way, you can just use the counter search card. So in your opponent's turn, counter. You don't get any defensive powers about it, but you can look at top 5 at a Don Quixote the Flamingo character to hand. So if you're gonna take a life anyway, just use the counter search. They also have, of course, the 10 cost, which can freeze 3 characters, and the leader including. And they also have the counter event that gives the leader plus 2k for the entire turn, so your leader becomes 7 for 2k counter. I mean, a 2 cost counter. So it becomes 7 for the entire turn. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I'm not sure. I will put it in middle A, I think. Then we have Uta. Uta goes to F tier, sorry. Then we have the annoying deck, Queen. So I think Queen is definitely... yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really seen a lot of Queen gameplay, to be fair. But I think Queen will be very annoying to deal with, so we can put it there. Then we have Rebecca. So Rebecca is really good because you have the Colosseum, you have Kyros, you have Orlambus, you have the King Kong gun, you have Seven Cost Luffy, and you have that dwarf dude. No, not a dwarf, but the small dude. I forgot his name. Like Mancheri, but it's the other dude, Leo or something. But yeah, Leo is pretty nice, and they have a lot of good removal, especially Orlambus Kyros combo, insane. And Luffy can just attack active cards, which can clear, and then you do 7 back into the deck from the trash. You can put it active, but it cannot be unfrozen in your next turn, so you can only attack twice, and it has to be a turn completely in tapped. And you also have the King Kong gun, of course, which has to do 15 cards back to get double attack and plus 6k. Insane finisher, I will definitely put Rebecca up here. But in my opinion, Rebecca just dies to Whitebeard. But if Whitebeard got banned, then we would have a problem, because then we only have Rebeccas everywhere. So Whitebeard is keeping Rebecca in check. So please lift the restrictions, Bandai. If else we'll have a Rebecca format. Then we have Luffy. A lot of people like this Luffy. I only like the artwork. You can go to C, because it has access to green and red cards like Law, but the leader ability is lacking. Then we have Mono Luffy. Non-existent. Then we have Kid. I think Kid will be for always good, but not that good. You still have the film package. Okay, let's put Kid way up in the B tier, because double swing is just insane. Mono Croc is definitely gonna be played, because we get Red Rock, we get the Kaido, and we get those cards that can bounce, so blue will be very, very, very annoying. Kaido, sadly, is gonna be in D tier. Kaido will definitely come back into meta if we get a searchable purple card for the stage. Shanks, non-existent. Sakazuki, non-existent. Big Mom. Yellow Big Mom is really good in my opinion. I find this leader to be better than Katakuri, but Katakuri is easier to play, and yeah, Charlotte Linden is kind of harder to play, so piloting wise, Katakuri is A, and Linden is B. Then we have the black... Then we have the black Luffy. A lot of people are trying to make this leader work, because it's Luffy and it's black. It's basically the same as this one, that you have to KO and then you can get a rested Don. I will just put it at the D tier. Then we have Yamato. So I really like Yamato, because it's a semi-Whitebeard. If you have 2 life or less, it needs 1 Don attached, and your opponent's turn becomes a 6k leader, so insane. And the entire win con is just to play 7 cost Charlotte Linden. Your opponent chooses to burn a life or give you a life. Well, they will rather give you a life or they burn, so you can just play 7 cost, 7 cost, 7 cost. Be very defensive, because yellow has a lot of 2k counters now, thanks to ST Yamato deck. Fifi. Fifi is not good. Not even worthy of B. Sorry for my Fifi simps, but yeah, Fifi is not good. You can do some stuff, that's for sure, but it just lacks. The deck just lacks stuff. And then we have Zoro. Zoro's definitely S tier, because yeah, Zoro is just dominant. Weenies, the high cost bodies, the fire fists, the enemy of law. But yeah, this is my tier list at the moment. I will remake one when ST10 drops for the purple Luffy. Well, definitely purple Luffy is gonna be in the higher tiers, because it's insane. Law, I'm trying to find a Law deck which I can play. And then you have Kit. Kit is pretty funny to play, but I think that Luffy and Law are the best decks. I think Law might be better than Luffy, but I still have to test it out. So yeah, this is my current OP-04 tier list for leaders. It's all for my opinion. I think this is the list. If you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.